Well, hello, and good morning. Well, for me. We'll see. This is probably going to be afternoon for you. But this is Julian with the Jewel Design, and we are back with our mushroom fourfold, very interactive journal piece. I don't know what else to call it. We are taking a pocketed file folder. See? The file folder has many tabs, and it has all these cool pockets. And great fun thing. It's been around for a little bit. Finally, I'm getting to it, and I wanted to do something unusual with it, right? And it was supposed to be covered in fabric, and we had the mushroom fabric, so I went and bought a mushroom digital kit, because I don't have any scrap papers to match this, not that I'm aware of. And I don't even have a digital kit that would work with this, and I didn't want to do directly fall. A lot of fall colors in this, but very botanical in its own right. So this is something that I felt I didn't have to finish, in time for fall. But if you got to that point, what was that beep? That was weird. And anyway, so we are here today showing you what I covered, and we're going to work on some of the funner pieces today. So as you can see, this is the front cover. If you ignored all this, this is the front. You can see some of the tabs right now. Really pretty, and we're gonna decorate up. We're sort of gonna layer this darling card on top. I need to do some kind of layering up here. In cutting my papers, had some slight glitches. So I think we're going to tear some of this, and we're going to tear this, and we're going to do a little bit of some layering up here. We're going to put this down with some more, mesh and snow, and, I have all of our pretty green. I still have not been able to find any of this, but sort of a sage green snow mesh, but I have the sage green and the cream and the orange glittery stuff. So we're going to do some layers here, and so at one point we will do sort of a cover to our fun folio here. Okay, so I covered it here, so the back side, when it's flat and done, has this beautiful back side. Love this paper. Everywhere I could, I tried to wrap things around and layer them. So, but again, we'll probably do another little ripped up here, because I said I had a glitch to decide, well, it doesn't quite fit, so we'll go more to the bottom, and we'll add layers on top all the way around. Okay. So when you open it, though, we're going to put a pocket here. So we got to cover this, and there's a pocket. This is going to be a nice interactive flip out. Now this one, I think we're going to do, what did I just say? They were going to pretty on this end, because when you first open it, you see something really pretty on this end, one of these decorative pages. And then we'll cover and pocket. Somehow we'll put some fun pocket here. This will be decorated with parts of this, because this is technically part of another flap. So then it just keeps opening. But so this one I covered, and I overlapped it to where I cut the page, pulled it in, glued it down, but decided to leave a little bit of this open, so that we can actually put, how far did I go down? Just about. So we can actually go horizontal with the journal card in here. Okay, I'll have to see if she has any horizontal ones. A lot of them are vertical, but maybe there's a not really directional something in her kit, where she has so many pretty things. But we'll put some pretty ephemera, little embellishments of some sort in this little hidden pocket right here. So, totally stoked. So you keep opening, and there's the front cover of our traveler's notebook. Okay. So when you open it, it is all pretty on the inside. See, there's our inside of our cover. Inside page are nice and light, so this is writable for really your last page. You can totally write on it. And then we have the pages that I had shown you, and since they're not vertical, we couldn't do a tall, skinny journal. We could do more of a traveler's notebook. So these are about 3.5 inches wide. It is 8 inches tall, or just under. So I did cut down this to fit this. Because this is a lot taller. So if I had vertical pages, I would have left them. We'd have a skinny, and we would have folded this all in really tall and a lot more pockets. But didn't have that. So we cut a chunk off to bring it down to this height, and to fit the papers. So fun thing is, I have these all folded. I didn't want to cut anything off, so they're all folded and inked in ways that they flip out. And I think we have like 21 or something or so panels here to write on. So these things are probably going to get glued down, so they have a little bit of like a washi feel. But every one of these pages just about has either a writing space right? Or a flip out to keep working with. Pretty little signature in the front. So you have that. So where I can, she has some really interesting little pockets that we're going to put on these upper pages. Either a side tuck, small one to tuck down in. We're going to utilize those spaces because I don't want to cover up the writing pages. These are so simple and easy. I'd hate to cover them up. Might put little embellishments here and there on it, but I don't want to cover them up with pockets because I don't want to think, because of the size of the folio, do I want to add any more papers to this? It does make it only about 21, 22 pages, but it's so fun and interactive. Definitely gives it a nice little, about a month's worth, but you're going to have journal cards and, tags everywhere to add to that. So we will, I'll have to sew that in. And so there's your journal that folds in, you open it up, and we have the last of our pockets. So this is what we cut off, and I think I'm going to actually tuck it into the top one. We're going to glue it down in here, and we're going to make it one more interactive piece because this folds open, right? And I think I'm going to make 3 side tucks, 3 side pockets to tuck journal cards and embellishments into, right? So I love these guys too, and these are probably my 3 that are going to inspire those pockets, right? So we're going to use these 3 journal cards. We're going to tuck them into these, pockets. So as you open this up and you keep flipping it out, there's going to just be pocket after pocket here. And we'll do just a generic paper of some sort on the outside. But we're going to have this. When you open that up, get off the way, you have a pocket here. We have a pocket here. A pretty bottom here. Pretty bottom here. Pocket here. Pretty piece here. Pretty basic pocket here. And then the front cover. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, 5, 6, 7. What's in here? So it's just going to be great. But one side is pockets and pretty ephemera. The other side is a traveler's notebook with the fun flip open pages to write on. So you have full pages to do your thing with. And, it'll be a fun little piece. And like I said, it is more the oranges and reds and greens and tones, very earthy. So it could be very autumny if you wanted to do that. But it's mushrooms and greenery, and it's very botanical in its own sense. So this could be at any time of year, which I do love that I didn't go to one way or the other. I just didn't add in a lot of the teals and blues. I did not do that on this one. Like I said, I have enough teal and blue stuff left where I could totally put something together for my daughter. I think she'd absolutely adore it. So that might be a fun project later. And I have to show it off. I haven't done it yet. I don't even have his kit printed, and I feel bad. But I think I'd be overwhelmed if I did. But our next project, besides the front cover to my Elegant Snowflake December Daily, we got to work on the cover for that soon. And I bought Joey Cardmaker's Christmas Folk Winter Christmas Digital. And it's Christmassy, but it's got a great vintage feel, but it has a lot of blues in it, which I adore, right? So I just fell in love with it. And I had downtime yesterday. I'll tell you about that later. But I was in Joann's. I haven't been in Joann's for a while. Because it's in Morgan Hill, but it's like 35, 40 minutes away from me, so it's not like it's down the street. But anyway, I found this, guys. It is very glittery. You can see it's very, very glittery. It has all kinds of silvery things in it, but it is homes and chapels and Christmas trees, and I think with the right journal card on it, I think it's going to be a great journal cover for the Christmas folk. It might be a little bit more blue than he has. It's a borderline. I found things that were very, very blue. This has more yellowish to make it a little bit more, blue-green. But it's probably not as tealy blue-green as what he has. But I think it's enough and it's close enough. And I'm probably keeping this for myself. So we're going to work through it just for me. I think it's going to be, technically my December daily, winter, whatever journal for next year. Or even late this year. We'll see. Maybe I do a January, February journal. Who knows this year. Because I'll keep winter up through February now. It seems like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. But anyway, I found this and I had to get it. I only needed like a quarter of a yard, but it's like 44 inches one way and 9 inches this way. Well, 9 inches doesn't let you fold it around a standard like journal hardcover like we do at Amazon or something. Your pages are just like 8.5. So you sort of want a 9-inch cover. So I went for a half a yard, way more than I need. But I think with this one, I wrap around the edges, do paper on the inside, but then I will cut and make pockets with this also. We'll fussy cut the perfect seam and put lace on it, and so we'll do fabric lace covers on the inside of the journal. And then I would definitely have to do a fabric flips. So maybe I'll make some fabric flips out of it and put them in the shop. But plenty to go for. But I was just looking to see what they had, and I saw the scenes and the homes and the trees, and I was like, it doesn't have snowmen on it, which is a bummer because he does have some really cute snowmen and stuff, but it does have the right feel. So I can't wait to start working with that with you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The cover itself isn't anything exciting in the sense of like putting it together, but we all do. We all cover, Amazon packaging and all that. But it's glittery, but I had to share. So yeah, I had a Joanne's moment yesterday. Okay, so that's our quick catch up. Because it's been like, God, it feels like a week since I've done anything. It's been crazy. Everybody's got crazy going on right now, right? I mean, shoot, I don't know. Someone's going to tell me, is hurricanes in Florida in October still normal? I know they've got a hurricane coming in. I feel so bad for all of Florida. I think this is at least the second or third one very recently. North Carolina had one not long ago. I have family over there, and I was like, it occurred to me probably way too late. But then all of a sudden they were talking about the flooding in North Carolina, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a niece there. So I'm frantically calling her going, oh my God, or text messaging her actually, because, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, did you get hit by that? And she's like, well, sort of. Like, yeah, we had flooding and stuff, but we all survived. But she was actually here on the West Coast at the time, and due to a death in the family. And so she's like, well, no, I missed it, but hubby and son made it through. The house is still standing, and we're all good. I'm like, okay. But it takes you a while to realize. You're like, all of a sudden you go, oh, wait a minute. I know somebody over there. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, hold on one sec, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Sorry, I had to go get the glues. Well, that's why originally I was asking about the hurricane, weather. I never really I pay attention, but I don't pay that much attention, right? It's East Coast. It's totally opposite of me. Sometimes you pay attention, it's really obvious, and there's something really tragic, and you're like, oh my gosh, we had such and such go on, and I can't remember for the life of me if hurricane season in October is normal. I want to say it seems like it would be a summer thing, and it doesn't always happen that way. So it's off season sometimes. But we here in the West Coast, and especially in my neck of the woods of California, we had 100-degree weather for 8 days. We have never, I can't say never, but it's been a long time since I remember of us having 100-degree weather for that long. 98 was the low, 108 was the high. It started last Monday, and I think finally yesterday was 90 degrees. Today's only supposed to be 82, and we're so stoked. We have a football game on Thursday, and we won't be roasting. May actually be cold. I'm like, gasp, okay. Fog finally rolled in. I mean, one day I was checking one of our coastal cities, and it was 81, and that's like unheard of. And it's like, oh yeah, there's no fog coming in. If our coastal city is at 81, yeah, no, we're not going anywhere. Now, this one was longer. I had a problem with the paper. I had this glued in. Then I realized it will never close. It would constantly catch, so I had to cut it shorter, which means that I had to rip off the lace, soak it to get stuff off, put it back. It was a trial and error getting this all covered up. Oh my gosh, guys. But I love it. I've got green and orange and antique, photo on all the pages. So we have fun stuff. They all aren't exactly the same. So we've got some differences here. I may put a little lace on a few of these pages. I love how to make it work. Some of them I turned in just enough. Where are those? They're all over the place. Where we just have the edges, right? We have little edges that, like this. We're going to glue those down, and they're going to be more of a washi. I'm not going to try to tuck anything into them. I don't know if that's really worth it. I think more just gluing them down as a washi strip is going to just give it some character. So I'm really stoked about that. It's a lot of fun. So that is that in all its glory. And I think I'm going to try and paperclip that together so it's sort of out of the way. Okay, so my biggest thing today is getting some of these fun extra elements in place. Tearing them, ripping them, gluing them down with you guys. Getting this cover. As you see, I did ink everything so that if we have this ripped edge, we've got some dimension color or whatever. But what I found out with this one, if we do it right, is we can cover so much of this one. I want a full seam here when you open it up. And what's left over here on the top, with a little bit of layering, we can cover this one with more of this. This was my question. I did print out her background pages. She gave us these lovely 2-up pattern papers, and these I'm going to definitely we'll do one red, one blue. To see which one looks best. I might put a little bit of the blue one up here, do more of the red one down here. Then we might decide that we want a combination of it, here. But I gotta figure what pocket we want. And I definitely know we gotta get one here. So I just have to decide if I go blue here, do I go all blue here? And if I go red here, do we use the red here? Probably would make the most sense, right? Sort of that continuation, even though we're going to layer things. And I'm going to use her odd pockets and goodies, and I'm going to use them to help cover and interact, because I feel like I can't use all the pockets, but there's got to be shapes and elements in those pockets to use. So, of course, my stash of, whatever's coming along. But yeah, it's been really hard, guys, because, I can't complain. I really shouldn't, but for us, it's a big deal, right? Mm-hmm. When your workspace is in the garage and your garage is, as warm as it is outside, I think I was able to keep it about 10 degrees cooler in the garage than it was outside, if I was lucky. And that's with my so-called AC unit. It isn't really a full-blown AC unit because you have to have water in there. It has a cooling thing. Yes, you can put some ice packets in there, but it just, for the size of my garage, it really wasn't enough. Oh, it was terrible. Okay, what am I looking for? I am looking for my decal, I think. Well, let's try both. Yeah, it really did make it hard. I would get out here. If I couldn't get out here first thing in the morning, then, it would just heat up so badly. And, I had orders and stuff, and so those sort of came first. And then, like yesterday, I had all intentions of being out here, but my daughter's internship and whatnot he's like, oh, we're going to be on site, which was really cool. She's doing a lot of things on location. They've been filming, Vote For Me things. They were interviewing a lady who must have had a show of some sort, and she does a lot of cowboy art. And so they were interviewing her, which I thought was cool. So that was a good thing. That was a long, day. But it was up in San Martin. He's like, oh, can you show up at 11? And she's like, I don't get out of school till 11. He's like, okay, well, get up here as soon as you can. And then he's like, but we're going to be done by 2:30, 2:45. And I'm thinking, I don't want to go home. By the time I got home, turned around, I'd have to be right back here. And I was like, oh, that's not going to benefit us at all. So I got to get in 10 minutes up the road to some of our old shopping haunts. And my Google was failing me yesterday. Oh my gosh. I didn't put the exact thing I was looking for. I should have put in my Starbucks, tenant station. And it would have, I did put the street, the generic street. And so it was taking me in some weird way. It took me 20 minutes for something that was 7 minutes down the road. I was so frustrated. I was like, oh, I know better. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh, right? So anyway, but in the process of all that, I was like, I have plenty of time to kill still, right? So I stopped at Joann's. I haven't been in there, and I know it's bad. I go in there and I get fabrics and I get all kinds of things. I ended up with a big old ball of yarn because I can't help it, especially this time of year. Once it cools off, it's not so bad. Once it cools off, I'm a sucker for yarn. I do have kits that come in. I did a cute pumpkin doorstop, big old thing you fill in, and I have a cute pumpkin, crocheted pumpkin that's a doorstop in my, that shifted. Let's see how we're going to do this. Yeah, the only problem I'm having is that my ordeals here are not straight, so we're going to have a nice belly band here on this end. So I got to decide the angle here. I folded this, so I really can't not use it, but I just got to get it at the right angle to where I feel I can do this. Now, the question will be, do I rip across the top and then carve where I need to, or do I cut it straight across? Do I leave that really clean up here? But I have everything else with, layers and stuff, so I think we're just going to keep the ripped panel look that I always do. It's just what we do, right? Or what I do. Alright, so let's see if we can leave this where I want it. I don't mind the ups and downs. It's just sort of tweaking it and angling it in a way that makes sense. That works. So yeah, I got to go to Joann. So I wanted a project. I have a beautiful like 3-tone gray and white heirloom crocheted blanket that I made. And so it comes out for Christmas because it's gray and white. But it goes in the living room where it's very red and green vintage decor. And I'm like, well, it matches the couch and it's great for winter, but it's not quite exactly what I'm looking for, you know, Christmas. So I did find sort of a 3-tone green, mint, gray yarn. So I think when it's done, I'm then going to weave in a red, and I think it's going to give me that vintage feel. And it even has a, you know, the ball of yarn has a misty moss crochet pattern on it, and it says it only takes 1 ball to create the afghan. I'm like, okay. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was so shocked to realize that a majority of the balls of yarn that I buy, which are good size, were $12 a yard, a ball, a skein. And most afghans take that smaller size, 3 to 6 minimum, because I don't make small afghans. You know, it takes 3 to 6 of these balls. And so I was like, that is $36 to $72. No. So I found slightly bigger ones. Well, it still was going to be, you know, I found red and green. I'm like, well, it still was going to be like $48. And I was like, I can't do it. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe how expensive yarn has gotten, along with everything else, right? Oh, so finally I just bought one. I bought one of their jumbo Barnett. I think it's Barnett. Big old jumbo ones. It was $24. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And I need the one. Whatever it makes, I will match the pattern, and what it makes, even if it's just a cute, very mild lap blanket. Because usually 2 or 3 are under a blanket, or one of us, and we're just buried in it. So it's like, oh my gosh. Sorry, this is the only downside, is figuring out where we want things. Every time you rip it or work it, you're like trying to make the most of it, because it's not an exact science. It just isn't. Especially when you're tearing things. Okay. But we need those pieces, right, to do the next pocket. So, anyway, so I walked in there, but I was a good girl. So, because I got that fabric, that was $13 a yard, and I was like, oh, which I knew years ago. I mean, yardage was already up to $10 a yard, and when you get, you know, holiday-based ones, oh my gosh, watch out. And, but they were 40% off, I guess, or I had hit a coupon and not realized it, and I only got half a yard, so I only got the fabric for, like, less than $4, so that was a huge, you know, woohoo kind of thing. Well, that was huge. But, yeah, the yarn was born, but yeah, I can't help myself. But it'll give me a project to work on here. So I did the pumpkin, and they just sent me things to make cute little mug rugs, as they call it. Placemats for mugs. So that's my next. Oh, it doesn't go that way. Okay. Because I'll have to, here we go again. Hold on. Talking, and this is, can you see what I'm doing? No, not really. I'm just trying to line it up in the bottom where I think I want it, because I'm going to have to figure out how to, pencil mark the areas or the things that we need, because these are really, I don't want to really lose any of our fun I think we're going there. I'm gonna have to cut in. It's just not easy to do. I'm gonna glue it down. I'm overthinking, guys. I know. I'm sorry. So if it's tucked in nicely, but see, it does come over, and so I just feel like I need to do quite a bit. This I think I can trim in with our cutter, with our hole punchers. This needs to be shorter. So I'm going to do a light trace so I can try to tear and rip. But like I did here, I sort of just tore it, you know, the best way I could to sort of fit the mold. And then this guy is going to need something. Let's see. Unless I don't, unless we leave it, but it's going to be loose right here. I know it's going to be loose, so it's a little hard to, let's see. Line up all this where I had it, and we're gonna sort of tear inside this. There we go. Oh, my stomach's growling. That's not good. But yeah, it's been a little off. So we haven't been, you know, I haven't been able to do a lot. I'm trying to keep on top of the orders. Got digital graphics going. Got to do the Joanne things, which was nice, you know. So work on my, yeah, it's sort of fun. We'll see how that works. And, so yes, I gave myself another project. I gave myself another project. Why not? But it's that time of year, so, because I mean, the little mug rugs, as they call them, super cute. You know, it only makes 2. And then, where's my hand? To a point. So those will be quick and easy. And then I have another one coming. I think it's supposed to be some kind of snowflake runner or something. So I have a tendency every so often doing Annie's craft kits. They're a little expensive, but I mean, they give you all the new. They'll give you all in. Like I've got the markers and the crochet hooks. That I have more crochet hooks than I know what to do with, but you get everything you need, especially when it's a set. It's a 3-in-1 set that I bought, and so what I get from the first or second kit, you know, sort of just coincides and keeps going throughout. So, all right, so we sort of customized this. Let's see how this glues down. And I said, well, hole punch that before I glue it down, before I glue the pocket down completely. So that did come up short. Oh, shoot. But every time when I fold it, though, it is not. It's one of those weird things. If I fold it, it sticks out. If I don't, well, we'll trim. We're going to glue this down. We'll let it do its thing, and then I will just trim out whatever is sort of odd or rip off whatever is in the way, and then that is there, and that will bug me. So I have more lace. Ooh, lots of thought. I can lace it underneath to cover that up a little bit so it's not so obvious. You could do that instead of covering it with, or do we go across the top maybe? Maybe go across the top of this one like we did the other side, and we'll do a little lace there. Okay, we'll cover it up with lace. Okay, let's start with the glue stick. We can see enough. Okay, I know. But yeah, I know. That was the other thing. And good girl. I didn't go too crazy, and you know they had fall stuff on sale, just like decor, and I don't know. First went in there thinking maybe I would get a crochet thing. Like for a pillow or something, right? Because I always love pillows, especially, you know, we all sit on the couch constantly, and like we have a thing for pillows and blankets. I have a thing for pillows and blankets. They have a thing for stuffed animals and blankets. So yeah, it's bad. Yeah, they have a number of crochet blankets for me, my girls. Yeah, they are no lacking of that. And then I love buying pillows during the year, especially for the holidays. Can't help it, you know. And then but I don't know. So anyway, it ended up being a good little afternoon, but I was gone, you know, for hours to get home, and my youngest is like, oh, you know, she's like, my friend, can we get her a ride to Rancho? She has a volleyball game. Because it would have taken her too long to walk. And I said, of course, you know. She's like, well, can I stay and watch? I said, yeah, why not? I gotta come back and get her anyway. You might as well stay. So, did that, and it's just, it seemed like one thing after another yesterday, but it was a long day, and it's like, well, I wasn't feeling peachy, so I guess it was like, well, it's one of those things where I might as well just do something else, make the most of it. And, so does we do anything? I'm trying to look to make sure we don't have anything too odd that feels out of whack, which it doesn't seem. But, yeah. But yeah, so it's been a little crazy, and tomorrow's not any better. Tomorrow's another crazy day. So I was like, if I didn't get my digital work and my, you know, this done today, you guys would not be seeing a video from me. Just as much as I want to do this and play with it. It's like, oh, it is, you know. Like I said, I did a lot of the basics off camera because there was no way I was going to get to it on camera. But I wanted to do certain things, you know, decorate these pockets in a certain way with you guys. Thought we need to be crafty and creative, but I don't know if I'm going to work fast enough today. Sorry, guys. Too chatty about what's going on. But between the weather, the weird schedules, the girls needing 50 million things. But this is the year. I mean, it's do it this year and take them everywhere and do things with them, and get them where they need to go, because next year, you know, one will be off to college and the other one will be in high school, but her and me are going to have to work our schedules because I'll have to go back to work. As much as I'd love to. I was just doing the paperwork today so that we can continue to get, Sammy can, Meldis can keep getting her survival benefits until she graduates high school. Like, it's like, oh, you turn 18 and if you're not a full-time student, forget it. And we're like, yeah, we are. Hold on, don't jip her yet. It's bad enough they only go to 18 now. It's like you lose a parent, and it's like you have to figure out how to like survive or function and get through without his help or their help. Because it's always a male, it could be a female too, but you know, do this without their help and financially, and it's like, really? But they're like, nope, you're 18, you can figure it out. You're like, oh, all right, thanks. No, we're not gonna glue it down yet because I want to be able to get this part done. Now this one will glue right here and we'll flap and it's fine, but we do need to work on this. So I don't know whether to, I think we're gonna hole punch it so I can see it, so that when I go to get this done, I can hole punch it again and not miss the, my hole punches. I guess apparently I've been doing stuff everywhere today. I've been doing lots. I mean, oh guys, I'll have to show you it on a different video because otherwise I'll never get anything done. I'm working on a cute project. I guess that's the other thing. I have been working on actual products for the shop. That's not wide enough. I have to go get the big one. I've got a Christmas project that I've been working on that is made cute in the shop. I've got Christmas dangles going in the shop. I've got a cute family interactive project with a vintage flair that's going in the shop. So stoked about that. We still have the vintage treasure find boxes in the shop. So there's 2 of those left still. But yeah, I'll get a video up soon showing that. I just have to get the labels done on the cute little Christmas projects. And so I can't wait to show those off. I'm like, geek. So it's been fun. So I have been working on actual products. It's just nothing I could do on camera. Okay, so there it is. So when you open all of this up, you know, we've got, I think this is how we're going to do it. We're going to sort of get that fine-tuned. So, cover. This all intertwines in some, see, there we go. All right. So, there it is. You open it up. There's a pocket. Move that over. Something pretty. Open pocket. Pop this open. Pockets. Something pretty. Pretty. Pocket, pocket. And then over here you will have your traveler's notebook. So it's almost like a secretarial. Is it secretarial kit? Folio? Secretarial folio. Because you have these cute pockets and things. I just feel like it opens up and you have everything you need right here. So maybe, well, it's like, do we put a notepad here then? I mean, you have journaling over here, but maybe it's some kind of notepad on this end, because it'd be flat right here. I'm not doing anything major on this end. I don't know. I won't go 2-dimensional, I think, on the front then. Or we could do the notepad here. I mean, you open it up, you get a pocket here, a notepad here. Then that's decorative, which would break up the pattern. I could just put one of the pattern papers here and then put coffee dyed paper on top, because she has some cute washi strips that I can use. Oh, that reminds me, for this part, we can use the washi strips. I thought about that, secretarial. So 4-fold secretarial folio with journal, notepads, and ephemera. Right? Just keeps opening up and you have this cute little set. I like that idea. Okay, we just got to decide notepad inside or outside. Because originally this was going to be a notepad and it's just too skinny, and I thought, nope, it's going to be pockets instead. I couldn't fold it in a way that made sense. So, but I feel like the notepad on the outside would be too flimsy, so I think a notepad in here makes more sense. Okay, so that can be decorative. That could be notepad, which then still keeps to my usual. Yeah, we'll do notepad on the inside so it stays together. We'll put a little paper clip of some sort here where she has cute little flags to help with a paper clip to keep it down. But that way you just open it up, you can still write on it. Okay. It's just evolving. Okay, so we have this, which I can we have a flap, huh? Here we go again. Probably right there again. Let's just tear this here and then we can adjust it, I guess. Go in a little bit. There we go. I see potentials. You never know. Too bad it's on the end. I'm like, oh, we could cut that just right and make it part of something. Oh, jeez, too many things. Okay, let's get the top going. Right. Hope you're all doing really well. I know I have a few friends that watch on the East Coast and said they were actually starting to feel cool weather and definitely fall, and I'm like, yay, I'm so jealous. We'll be low 80s this week. It's definitely encouraging. I can't believe it's Wednesday already, guys. Oh my gosh. For us, yeah, we had the day off on Tuesday, or Monday, so like Tuesday was our Monday, and now here's the fun part. And I don't know if I have it cut out already or whether I have to cut it out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so much going on. So, I mean, she has washies. Like the washies, you know, right? If I wanted to go something dark, which is definitely contrast, which, not sure about that. And this one's not enough. Great if I need to do a little bit, but it's not wide enough for everything. Yeah, there's a stack of things over here. I don't know if I cut out any of the washi strips. I mean, she has these cute little like tape-based it's just a streak and it's great. I know she has them in the other pages. I just don't know if I pre-cut any out. I mean, some things she just has little, you know, little rectangles, little squares of things, which are so cool. I mean, we all can do it, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a lot of work. So I'm stoked that she made the effort. And those are sideways. Shoot. Okay. Little tags and things. Oh my gosh, there's so much. So many cute things. I just cut out a small section of things. I feel like I only cut out like, but we have a lot of pockets and things and tags and stuff. So oh, there's some, but not long enough. Shoot. That's what I'm looking for. I think she has some longer ones because these are not quite long enough. And I love the neutral part, but it's not long enough. I want to say she has a longer strip somewhere. Sort of. That reminds me of Band-Aid. I don't know why. Probably the girls have been boo-boo central lately. Okay, so there's bigger ones, but they're not everything's quite white enough. I love this because that would be actually really pretty on that one at an angle up into that. So we would just have one more piece to work off. So maybe we could layer the 3 on the bottom. And that might be pretty and fun. There's that one. I think that's it. Oops, and that's just paper. Okay. Alright, well, we'll make that work then. We'll make that work. Why not, right? So I hope the weather is behaving itself. I hope you guys are getting breaks. I hope you guys are getting the fall you want. Oh, I wish I was getting it. Not those. Oh, that would have been bad. Those are not. Those are my fabric scissors. That's why I put a, what's the word? Piece of lace on that one, because I was like, it reminds me of the other one I had because I had a blue set. And another blue set of, scissors for a while, and I was like, I'm gonna get these confused. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. So I was like, no, let's try again. And then I ended up getting another set of whatever from my mom, I think. So it was like, okay, never mind. I can put the blue ones in the house. There's no confusion. But even then, you know, kids and whatever. And then, so yeah, no, I know it's sort of just a weird craft and chat day. It's just covering up pockets and using interesting pieces. Fun, interesting pieces from a kit and utilizing it all, right? Instead of just printing a bunch of paper and yes, you can do this with any paper. You have a bunch of scrapbook paper. You just start ripping, collaging to cover up what you need and how you need it. But what I'm thinking is we're going to put this atop. We're going to, now the nice thing is because of the fact that this is sort of where it's at, and we're going to rip that off, which I probably should do so I know for sure. I may even that out a little bit on the bottom. We'll ink it, and then we'll put that other layer maybe just right over and under and over. So let's, do I glue it down? Do I not glue it down? What do we do? Like we've been doing, I guess, right? Tear and rip, tear and rip. Making the most of the situation. But nothing too tutorial today. It's just utilizing this, you know, the shapes and the sizes that we have and how it pans out and getting crafty, getting creative with all of it. So, you know, we might cover it. I'm still gonna ink everything. I love inking and gives it shadows and dimension and depth, and even when we're collaging, I like having things inked. Really do. I am recording right? Yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah, 41 minutes in. We're not getting very far, are we? I think we have too many ideas, and I have so much that I want to do to this. It's like, oh my gosh. Trying to do all of it, not as easy. So we're going to grip this down because I don't think I want anything really underneath. I'm going to cut this one real quick so I know. Otherwise, I'm going to guess at it, and I'm going to be bummed if I'm wrong. So, this one, I think we're just going to do this to it because it's going to go up against the edge. So that one I don't need, but the other side I will definitely want to zigzag this best I can, because I want that sort of tape torn feel over the layers. Do more inking, do nice little layering. So what I'll probably do is then off camera, so that, you know, that's not boring. I will cover the mushroom the mushroom pages that we need, and, you know, the notebook in place. And then this one, I'll definitely find the fun pieces to see how we want to cover this, cover the basic, but come back in and, you know, show you how I utilized, you know, interesting pieces from our kit to make the pockets. And something else I was going to do. So yeah, whatever I end up doing, really long. I don't really need all that, do I? I want the layering, but maybe not as much as I thought. That goes there. I love that there. I want something else there. I don't know if I like that. I want the layering, but I feel like we definitely need something pretty generic right back here. Do I have? I have strips. I know I have all kinds of bits and pieces here. Not wide enough, but that is. Well, I have this piece. I could just get a little corner and put it underneath. Right, just a little something brown there. Do this here. Do this overlap there, and we just have this nice sort of heavy but fun, you know, collaged piece here on the bottom, which you can't see. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what we're working on or thinking on. And I really want it all the way across the bottom. So I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna go here because I want to be able to not really lose the shape of this, and so we can just have that. So let's attempt that where I need it. This is where strip. I never have enough room, do I? I'm trying to keep things in corner to show you guys what we got. I mean, I can go simple and I have this little piece right here, but I don't think it's enough either. So no, that one piece isn't quite going to the bottom like we want. So let's just give us something to work with. Come on. Here we go. Figure out where we need to. I'm catching that on. I feel like I'm catching that poor leafy thing on everything. Oh, yeah. We'll see. I want to make that a pocket, but when you're working on stuff, it is a little scary. Okay, so ink, ink, ink. Could corner that and make it easier, but I'm going to go inside. Sorry if I hit the camera. It bounced you guys a little bit. There we go. Let's see if we can get this done before I have to let you guys go. Oh my goodness. Sorry it wasn't extremely, but I got to show it off. I got to tell you what we were up to. And I, work our magic and start covering areas. That makes sense, right? We're going to put this here. Oh, I had a thought process. Do I go the other way? Yeah, maybe. Like, wait a minute. I know there's not a lot there, but a little darker section to work the way I want it to. Let's get this one on top. Sorry, it's either I have a lot to talk about or nothing to talk about. But yeah, it's just been really busy. It's been really hot, so it's made it really hard to be in the garage to do work. I'm just a lot busier with the girls than I realized. And, but it's a wonderful thing. And kids, that they're doing all they can this year and that they're enjoying, their last year in high school and their last year in technically the elementary school district. Our junior highs are part of that, so you get to be a big fish in a little pond for a little bit, right? Yeah, it's always fun. Okay, get in here because come on. But yeah, I had to put a number of our products in the house because of the heat. Like, oh geez. All right, so there's that. And then we get to balance out. I mean, I don't need to. That's not bad, but that's no fun. I feel like it needs to have more personality than that. Why not, right? I mean, why should we be stuck with just that? I mean, why not have something a little prettier here just to, make it fun? Now, I could make this a little pocket right here, and you could tuck something into. We have so much ephemera. We have so much ephemera. Lots of little things that I probably could, put in there. Wrong one. Yeah, maybe we will. Okay, let's get this where we think we want it. Come on, glue. Go about there. More ink, more glue down, and then because we don't want anything to really get caught, if we're going to put stuff in here, we don't really want it to get caught on edges. And then I think, yeah, let's make this a little itty bitty embellishment pocket, because she does have little tags and she has all kinds of little squares and circles and things. So it doesn't have to be a major ephemera pocket, but it can be a cute little embellishment pocket. Which I'm loving that idea very much. Okay, let's see if I can get it in here. It doesn't have to be big. I was like, oh, can't get anything in it, but that's all right. Where's my other one? There we go. That's wider, but there we go. I need something itty bitty thin and skinny right there. My bone folders are a little wide on that one. Oh, don't want to get my things all dried up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not as far as I was hoping, but it's always hard to do that. There's so much have to be pre-cut, pre-prep, pre-whatever. But where's my ink? Where'd it go? Here, let's get that last thing hole punched. But yeah, I will definitely do some more, the generic base piece covering for this next round, and then we'll come back in and like I said, maybe we'll work on the flip out pocket concoction. Oh, that's so little. I don't think, oh, did I get it? I got it, yes. That we can work on that one of those inserts and get that taken care of maybe on the next round. And of course there's the cover, so that's always fun too. So I feel like we're going to probably decorate that up. But okay, so there we go. We have one of our flaps. I keep feeling this should be the outside flap because it's so small, right? You go from small to large, but it's not, right? That's all right. So, all right, so we have this. We can put little cute things in here, which I don't think I cut all the little things out, but where the goal is to then be able to put cute little embellishments in here. She has plenty of them, so we can find really cute things, right, to put in here, and we'll make it a little embellishment pocket. Ta-da! Notepad's going to go here. This will get glued down, so we'll have a pocket for journal cards and tags, pocket, you know, tall tags, large journal cards, and then this will be what folds up, and we'll have 3 pockets for these smaller journal cards, right? Well, there we go. We'll make pockets to tuck these into, and anything else. I mean, she has a number of things, so we'll fill up these little guys with pockets. There's little pockets, because I think this top pocket way up here, we're actually going to glue it down to keep this in place. So you just have pocket, pocket, fold out, or flip out with pockets. Okay, notepad. One more pocket because we have some tall journal cards, or tall tags also here. And then there's the front cover. And I will put some of the cuter, smaller, fun little pockets, side and top, for little things and skinny things that can go in here. So our little secretarial mushroom folio here is coming along. All right, you got to see everything I have done. I'll probably get this sewn in so it doesn't keep moving around. Find a few cute things to put in here. Okay, but that is done. That is set, ready to go. We know we're going to work on that and have to do some, you know, some scrap paper work up here, but it is definitely coming along. And there we go. It is our cute little folio, Secretarial folio, which I will do is I will put a, I think I'm going to put a hole with our grommets here, and so that we can tie this easily closed, because this would not, you know, stay closed any other way. Yeah, but it's not bad, really, for the folio and stuff in place with the traveler's notebook. It's not super poofy, but we haven't got all of our stuff in it yet, so we'll see. But so far, so good. It's working out. It's nice and covered, so things aren't going to tear and rip. And I'm really stoked with the quality of how it's turning out. So thank you so much for watching, liking, loving, commenting, coming along. As we do a little craft and chat, get caught up, and you get to see the progress of this mushroom secretarial folio. As you know, I think it's going to be a great botanical gift for someone in your life that, you know, likes journaling and filling in memorabilia and all that jazz, and likes a little, you know, every time you open something, you find a new hidden treasure. So thank you all very much for coming along. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you sooner rather than later as I get going and find some few minutes here to keep working along on this one. So thank you very much. I will talk to you guys all real soon. Love ya. Bye-bye.